Look how fast Elijah gets into the backfield right here. But also watch how he slaps the tackle's hands down and literally almost makes the tackle do a face plant. Right here, he's going to show more speed, but he also has the weight and strength behind him to make sure the tackle doesn't wash him out of the play. But playing defensive end or a hybrid outside linebacker isn't all about sack numbers. Right there, did you see how he kept his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage? That means he's a two-way player and he can make plays going in or out. Right here again, he's going to long arm the tackle. Beautiful technique. The running back's not big enough or strong enough to take him on, and he's going to make a huge play for his team. And then right here, look at this motor, man. So he goes, speed rushes past the tackle, forces the quarterback up in the pocket, but hustles back to get the sack. All right, guys. Like I said, on this show today is not only one of the best players in the state of Pennsylvania, but one of the best players in the nation, Elijah Jeudy. Elijah, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
I'm glad to hear that, man. Glad to get you on the show. You're a guy I've been watching for a while. If the world doesn't know about you yet, they're going to know about you soon.
Thank you.
So, first question I want to ask is, rumor has it you're good at football. Can you confirm or deny this?
I'm great at football.
All right, that's the interview, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I was trying to figure that out, so that's it. That's all we got. Nah. No, man. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
What do you want to know?
So who is Elijah Jeudy? We know you're a stud on the football field, but what do who are you?
Well, me, I'm a fun guy. I like to spend time with family a lot. I wouldn't say an average person, but my life is like basically kind of basic. Basically, really, I probably just sit in the house, play the game, play with little brother, work out, practice. That'd probably be my day. So it's not too much about me. It's just I'm a fun guy to be around. And like if you need to laugh, I can make you laugh.
That's awesome, man. That's always glad to hear, man. You see some people that get this spotlight and it kind of goes to their head and they start sipping their own Kool-Aid. But you definitely seem a guy who stays humble. You know how hard you had to work to get to this spot. So you're very humble about it. So that's always great to hear, man. So whether it's 24/7, Rivals, ESPN, they all have you ranked inside the top 200 in the nation. Tell me about that journey, man. How cool is it to be that well known?
It was cool. It was a cool journey, but it was hard at the same time. Because knowing that, like, my first year playing varsity, it was, like, a little bit of a different experience because I had jumped right from JV to varsity. Because I guess, like, a player got hurt or something, so I had jumped up to varsity. And then my first game, I don't even think I was supposed to play that game. But they ended up putting me in. I ended up doing better than I expected. And then from there, it's just been just grinding and working, trying to get better.
And that kind of leads me into my next question is, when did you realize how talented you were? Like, when did you realize you're like, man, I might be able to get a full ride out of this?
I didn't realize until the middle of my sophomore year.
Okay. And what made you kind of have that epiphany?
After I actually sat and watched my film. That's what made me realize that I'm actually good. Because I know, like, before, like, for me, I didn't take football serious until high school. But it was always, like, football. I always loved football, if that makes sense. Yeah. I love football, but I didn't take it as serious.
That makes sense.
But yeah. I got to high school. I started taking it serious. And then I started watching my film and stuff. And then I was like, I'm actually good. So that's when college coaches started hitting me up, talking to me. And that's when I got my first offer from Temple. And that's why I was like, all right, so I'm going places with this.
And that has to be such an awesome feeling. Just hard work pays off, man. And that's like, there's no better feeling than that. Then you're like, man, people recognize how hard I've been working.
Yeah.
So on the other side of you, you're rushing from one end. On the other side is Talley.
Talley, yep.
Man, as an opposing quarterback, how does that feel? You know what I mean? How do you think they feel?
Me and Ken, they call us the deadly duo.
For a good reason.
Duo. It's either when we're in practice, me and him are competing. Who get the most touches on the quarterback? Who get the most touches on the quarterback? In game, it's ridiculous. Me and Ken, we look at each other, and then he tell me he doing one move, we do a little sign. I tell him I'm doing one move. All right, let's rush to the quarterback.
That's crazy. I mean, like, legitimately, both of you, have a pretty good chance to make the NFL. And to think about, like, as an opposing tackle or quarterback, you're like, what am I supposed to do with these two rushing off the edge?
But you can't forget my man Amara. He played D tackle. He's
Sure.
part of our group too.
Absolutely.
That man, he's the reason that me and Ken got most of our sacks, because when Amar's in the game, they focus on him. And then knowing that me, Ken and Amar are like probably me personally, I think me, Ken, and Amar are the best defensive linemen in the state. Me personally.
I mean, I don't think that's a far-fetched idea at all.
Yeah, so it's like when us three is in the game, it's like, what can you do? You can't double team us because you're going to leave one open, give him one-on-one.
Yeah, no, man, I'm with you 100%. And, speaking of like your pedigree, man, is you ended up committing to Georgia. Tell me, you're a Philly kid. Why did you go all the way to Georgia?
Georgia, for me, it was just I love it down there. I got to see the academic side. I got to meet the person who that does the education, that's in charge of education. And I went there. They really, I feel like, because I went to major in sports and marketing, so I feel like for me, that would be the best route, because I get to compete. I got a good schedule. We get to play some good teams, have a good competition, and that's where I fell in love with academics. That's what I really fell in love with.
And I mean, that's the important thing, man, right there, is you're getting a free ticket for a free education, and taking advantage of that is crucial.
Mm-hmm. And then the reason behind that is the coaches. The coaching staff, they just show you a lot of love. The coaches, they text me, call me every day. And then when I was down there, I got to meet everybody. I got to meet everybody on a different level, like personally, football wise. We got to talk about random stuff. We even got to talk about some of the games that Georgia played, and they even went through my film with me.
Wow, that's really cool, man. And there's been some absolute studs to come out of Georgia. So, I mean, the pedigree's there for the university. So, I mean, I completely get it. If it wasn't going to be Georgia, did you have a school that you were kind of torn between, Georgia and this school?
A&M, that if I didn't go to Georgia.
Okay. Man, you were moving. If you're going to A&M, you're about going across the nation. Here's a question for you. What's your favorite pass rush move?
My favorite pass rush? Well, it's a tie between two moves. A tie between the spin move and the side scissors.
Okay. How much does it go through your mind of trying to set up a move? Because being an edge rusher, if people aren't aware, it's so much about setting up the next move. So you might speed, and then this tackle is trying to get out in the corner, right? And then you bull rush them, or then you spin them, then you rip them. How much does that go into your head of going, okay, first down, it's probably going to be a run play. Let me set up for the second and third down. How much does that go through your head?
I can't say it goes through my head a lot, because it really doesn't. It's just I don't want to overthink. So when I'm in game, I just wait. I just look, and I want to look at everything. I analyze everything. I analyze from what the wide receivers are, running back, quarterback. So it's like once I see the running back move a certain way, or if I see the lineman, he twitch a certain way, or his leg is a certain way, then I'm automatically guessing, all right, that's a run, that's pass.
That makes a ton of sense. And, you clearly have great instincts as far as we'll see sometimes you come in a bat out of hell, you know what I mean, into that backfield and it's going to be a pass. And then other times I feel like you almost know what the play is going to be, because you stay so square to the line of scrimmage and play those sweeps so well, because that's the other crucial part of the game, man. As a D end or an outside linebacker in a 34, whatever you end up playing, it's so crucial to be able to stop the run as well as be a pass rusher, and you do both exceptionally well.
Thank you.
And here's a big one, man. I'm from Pittsburgh. We've gotten hit fairly hard with COVID, but not nearly as hard as the Philly scene. How has COVID affected your off season?
To be honest, it hasn't affected me at all, because even though we can't work out, I still have a gym at home, so I'm able to work out at home. I'm able to do a bunch of stuff that not a lot of athletes or players can do during quarantine.
And that's great. You know what I mean? You're blessed and fortunate in that aspect. Is there concern right now? Because I know the PIA came out and said there's going to be a high school season, but are you guys practicing right now? Are you guys in because I know we're just going back Wednesday. We were back at practice. We got kicked back off the field. Now we're back on next Wednesday. How is it with your high school?
I can't say we're practicing, but we do like certain like sessions of the team. We like, let's say the DNs, we'll meet up on like Tuesdays and Thursdays and like try to get some work in.
That's nice. At least you guys are getting some work in. I mean, is there concern amongst the players that you guys aren't going to have a season though?
No, we believe that we'll have a season. We're not trying to bring no negative energy. We're trying to like stay positive. Like there's going to be a season. So for us, we feel like there's going to be a season.
I like that. The power of positivity. I'm down with that, man. Who are some of the guys you like to study?
NFL?
Yeah.
Well, I like to study Khalil Mack. Who else? I love to study Aaron Donald. That's where I learned how to side scissors. I watched all his videos. Yep. And then Bull Rush, I watched Geno Atkins.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's really about it.
Those are some dogs right there, man. Khalil kind of brings the full circle. Donald and Geno are so stupid strong. I mean, they're so athletic. Aaron Donald's as fast as a tailback, and he's 300 pounds.
Yeah. I watched Von. I forgot what game it was. I watched Von Miller. He did this move. It was like a dip move, but he didn't make any contact. I'm trying to work on that.
Yeah, and that's such a big part is, I try to tell people just because you play football, you should also watch football because exactly that, man. You see a move and you're like, oh, man, I like that move. And then you can work on said move. That's so important. So here's a question for you before we get to we have 3 more questions before we get to rapid fire is when you're playing D-end or, a 34 outside backer, what are some of the most important things to be great at that position?
Get off. That's the key. Get off.
I'm with you on that one. Yeah. If you can't move, yeah, you're in trouble, man. Do you have a bold statement about your senior year out there in North Philly, or do you have a bold statement about Georgia, about your future?
I wouldn't say I have a bold statement. It's just that I just want to be able to be great. I want to be great. And my goal this year is basically I want to break the our league's sack record.
I like it.
That's what I want to do. And I want to break our team sack record. Our team sack record is 13, and it was set by my coach, Deion Barnes. But he went to Penn State. So I told him, I said, this season, I'm not gonna get 14. Right now I'm aiming for 16. That's my goal.
I like it, man. You're not just trying to barely beat it. You're trying to shatter it. I like that, man.
To shatter it.
That's a dog.
Like our previous safety, he broke the record for interceptions. Nice. He almost had the record for interceptions in the game, but he was off by 1.
Whew. And then the last thing I think is really important is, I think you're a great human being. You're not only just a great football player. What is something you would tell to young athletes? Because I think you could be an inspiration to young athletes, wanting to make it to the next level. So what would you tell them?
I would just tell them, like, you just put your mind to anything. Just, like, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything. Because I've had people that told me that I couldn't do nothing. But you just got to prove them wrong. And it's like if you want to do something, you got to put everything into it. You got to put your mind into it. You got to give it 110%. Like, don't give it 50-50. No, you got to give it 100%. Because if you don't give it 100%, you're not going to get to where you want to be.
I'm with you, man. It's either all or nothing. All or nothing. So let's get to some rapid fire questions. First one. Who's the greatest pass rusher of all time?
Greatest pass rusher of all time?
Yep.
Dang, that's a good question.
Well, that's why they pay me the big bucks now.
That's a good question. I'm gonna go Reggie White.
That's a good one. I think it's either White or LT, man.
Yeah.
LT's a good one. All right. This is a Philly one. Geno's or Pat's?
Geno's.
I've never been out to Philly, man, but I want to go out there and get me a cheesesteak. I got to.
Nah, Geno's, that's the spot. Geno's the spot.
All right, I'm going to take your recommendation. If you get a pizza, what toppings do you get on it?
I get buffalo chicken, and then on the side, I give me some buffalo wing dipping sauce.
That sounds good, man. I like me some buff chick. Um, who is your favorite musician?
My favorite musician right now, I'm open to anybody, but if I had to say the person I listen to the most, probably Pop Smoke.
Okay, I'm not. I've heard the name. I'm not too familiar with the music. I'm like an old school rap guy, man. I like listening to like Pac, Biggie. I'm a huge Kanye West fan. That's my boy. He's taking the presidential election in 2020. What is your dream job but has nothing to do with football?
Actually, my dream job, I wanted to be a firefighter,
Oh,
but it actually changed during time because I like to build stuff, so I would say construction.
okay, I like that. I like that. You know, both are pretty noble jobs. What is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie, Bad Boys for Life.
Oh, bro, I'm telling my wife gives me a hard time because Bad Boys 2, I've probably seen, I don't know, 400 times. I love Bad Boys, man.
Yeah, I watch Bad Boys a lot. Every time we get on a fun summer, I'm watching Bad Boys.
I'm with you. What is your favorite sport that isn't football?
Mm. Let me think, because I like a couple of sports. I like soccer, but it's a little, the rules to it just get to me sometimes.
Okay.
But other than that, it's between soccer and basketball.
Okay. Who's your favorite basketball player?
I don't have one, but no, I do have one. I like Derrick Rose.
Derek. D Rose. I like it. What is your least favorite sport?
Ugh, hockey.
I don't like hockey, man. I'm a Pittsburgh guy too, and people love the Pens. I just don't like hockey. Doesn't do it for me.
I don't like hockey. I tried to watch it one time. I just couldn't do it.
It's cooler to go in person, but hockey's just, I don't know. I'm not a fan. That's just me.
Yeah, I've never been in person. I think I'll try it.
It's fun. It's a lot better in person. I think it's the best sport in person compared to on TV. Like football, I'd rather watch on TV than be in the stadium. Like the stadium's cool because the atmosphere, but the game, you know, is just a little bit better on TV because you're watching on HD.
Yeah.
Give me an NFL player that is overrated.
That's overrated?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I was just talking about this yesterday. We were just talking about this yesterday. So right now, I feel like I wouldn't say he's overrated because he's a good player. I would say Patrick Mahomes, he's a good player, but I just think they're just gassing him just a little bit too much.
Oh, that's a bold statement right there. I like it.
I just feel like they're gassing him just a little bit too much.
So you like Lamar over Pat?
No, I take Pat over Lamar.
Okay, all right.
Because only for me, because by what I watch, he can pass, but it's like he's mainly built. He's a scrambling quarterback. He can pass when you need him to, but his mindset is like on scrambling.
That's true. That's true. I'm with you. What is something you are scared of?
Oh, something I'm scared of. Right now, something I'm scared of is not completing something to my fullest. That's my biggest fear.
I like that. That's a deep one. Favorite video game?
Call of Duty.
God, dude, I've been playing Warzone like a madman lately. I got off of it.
But
Now I'm back on it.
right now, my favorite game right now, like at the moment, is Madden. It's Madden 2K right now. But if you want to go like story modes and stuff, oh yeah, it's Call of Duty all the way.
All right. Recommend me a TV show.
A TV show? Have you seen Money Heist?
You know, I just had Malachi Nelson on from out in Cali, and he said that exact show.
Yeah, you gotta watch Money Heist. That's I'm telling you, that show is good. It is good.
I gotta check it out, man. Back-to-back interviews telling me to go check it out. It can't be somebody from your team, but give me the best player in PA, high school player.
Best player in PA. I would say Elliot Donald.
I've had him on the show, man. He's a great young man. He's actually making his decision, I think Friday.
For real?
Yeah, I think he sent out a tweet and said he's making his commitment on Friday. Not obviously this coming Friday, And I think Donovan McMillan's making his commitment tonight at 7:30.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be watching that.
Absolutely, man. I'm excited. He's real close to me. All right, so 2 more. Favorite vacation or place you've ever been to?
Haiti. That had to be the best vacation I've ever been on.
That's dope. I like that.
Cause just because I'm patient, so just for the fact that got to go back to where my ancestors, my grandma was born, my uncle was born, it was just great because I got to learn more about the culture.
Yeah, it's all about that history and like you said, the culture kind of thing. And I think it definitely gets you to the roots. You know what I mean? That's a really cool one. And last one, who is your celebrity crush?
Dang, why did I see this coming? I can't say it. I can't say it.
Why not?
I can't say it because oh man, you trying to get me in trouble. You trying to get me in trouble.
How about we'll quit filming, you tell me off the air. How about that?
All right, yeah. All right, okay.
No, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. I had a great time, and I'm a big fan. I can't wait to see you at Georgia. Hopefully, this high school season happens. Let's all be positive, hope for the best, that we kick this virus. And like I said, man, I hope to hook back up in the future. And when you're a Bulldog, talk to you again.
All right, we can do that.
I like it, man.
We can set it up.
Absolutely. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And guys, if you like the episode, please hit like, subscribe, and check out my guy, man. He's on Instagram. Check him out.
I do got a YouTube channel.
Oh, YouTube channel. Plug it. What's the name?
All right, it's Mayhem 16.
There we go. Check him out. Give us both a follow. Until next time, guys.